I need a beer.
Down the line for a companion piece review, and guess what? The can has been cracked open.
It's
It's
not
in
as
there.
clean as yours,
See,
but you know.
you can see the residue in
Yeah,
Kevin's
the residue
can.
of it. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So let's dive in here.
Here we
They
go,
have the
yeah.
beer cheese with potatoes and chorizo. I mean, look at this here. Look at that stuff. Get some
Look
of
at
that good
that,
stuff
yeah.
there.
It's,
All right. All right. Let's dive in.
Wow.
Cheers.
cheers.
Right, so I hope you guys out there like eating and chewing
Yeah.
on the podcast.
I know the ASMR right here of the
Mhm.
chewing. That's good.
Yeah.
It's soup season. Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer Cheese Soup is here. We follow up our Pabst Blue Ribbon Chili experience as we sip on some PBR soup. Grab a drink, watch, and subscribe.
I need a beer.
All right. This is Bumwine Bob. Welcome to an all-new edition of Bud with Bobcat on the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel and on all your favorite podcast apps. With the best of the worst in cheap booze, the bottom shelf, bum wines, beers, 40s, malt liquor, all the stuff you grew up on, we cover here each and every week on the podcast. So do us a solid and smash that subscribe button. Over 13,000 subscribers and counting now on the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel. So whatever brought you here to the dance, if it was what we cover here with the bottom shelf booze, we like you with that. If it was shorts, if it was Rodney, if it was Cheers, Simpsons, you name it, we cover it here. Fun drinking clips that you'd be searching when the beers are flowing, we have you covered here on the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel. And any requests, feel free to leave them down here in the comments because we're always good and we're always up for a beer challenge, a food challenge. We cover it all here on the podcast. So do us a solid, spread the word, subscribe. The holiday season is upon us. So what better gift to give us here than to subscribe to the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel? It is free, doesn't cost you anything, helps us out, makes you feel a warm and fuzzy inside that you helped out the little guys over here in the YouTube channel. And we have another great show on tap this week. We're not going to waste time because we have some things here we need to cover, and we got beers that are cold and we got food that's hot. So let's get this party started. And we're going to welcome in this week, Kevin the Tattoo Dude is back. Kevin, man, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and conspicuously absent here is our good buddy Roadhouse, who is a little under the weather this week, but Kevin's moving up seat. He's running shotgun now for the podcast, so this is the time. This is your time to shine out here.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
He's up front there. He's got that front seat covered now, right next to the bar. I've been thinking recently, like, I post a lot of these, Cheers clips, and I'm like, kind of our crew we have is like the cast of Cheers.
It kind of is.
And I was thinking, like, if you were going off of, like, the bartender, I mean, I guess because I'm, hosting the show, I'd be the standalone character. And then I kind of think Roadhouse is like the coach, like the older, wiser bartender behind the bar. And then you'd kind of be like Woody, like the
I can see it.
The down home, happy-go-lucky guy that means well, but he might get into some trouble,
Sometimes.
It works out that way. But Kevin's here this week. Roadhouse, we wish you.
Yeah, we hope you get feeling better, man.
You're feeling better, and be joining us for our next podcast. We will be covering Hamsgiving season is upon us with Thanksgiving. The holidays are in full force now, but I think we should get ourselves started here by cracking open a cold one here this week.
I actually found the 16-ounce can.
There you go. See, there you got the 16s there, and you still got the.
Mine don't. Yeah.
No, you don't got man. No, man. No Godzilla.
I don't know. Yeah, they're different this time around.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these are older or newer, but whatever. We'll still drink them here. So we'll crack them open and we'll get this started here because PBR flowing in many ways again this week. So cheers. Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, man, that's cold.
There's nothing like a good beer after work.
Oh yeah, a nice cold beer.
That was for you, Roadhouse. Oh man, yeah.
Got to get that first burp out. Okay, I kind of feel it. Ooh, that's a little one. This little guy. Don't worry, it'll get there.
It'll get there. Yeah.
You try to force it. That's what happens. You see, you gotta relax and let it flow there. So.
Oh yeah, man. PBR is a good beer. We used to. I don't know if we talked about it before, but Applebee's used to do $1 PBR nights.
No, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's something I miss because we don't have an Applebee's here, but they used to do $1 PBR nights, and then I think it was like $4 or $5 for a pitcher.
Ooh, that's any beer you can get for $1 on draft.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't care how big. I mean, usually they give it to you in the 12-ounce little cup there.
Yeah, or the 12. Yeah,
either a 12 or 16 ounce. But there we go. There it was. That
there
one.
There it was.
Now that one's Roadhouse approved, I would think.
There you go.
But yeah, anytime you can get one of those dollar beers, I don't care what it is. If it's PBR, Miller,
even if it's Keystone, I can do $1 beer.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if they have it, I don't know. I've yet any bar that's had Keystone Light on draft. I don't know if you've seen that.
I haven't in a while.
I think that's a rarity out there. Even most places, by me at least, seeing PBR on draft is very rare. I don't know if that's a common one where you are.
Occasionally you'll see it, like at Chili's or at,
Okay.
I forgot what that what's that one where they're known for their cold beer. They keep like the temperature on their thing, and the women wearing like lingerie.
The Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. There we go. Yeah. Twin Peaks will have it every so often.
Okay. Yeah. One place I went to, I guess last year I was on vacation down the Jersey Shore, and it's like not a chain restaurant, but it's like one of those local places, and they had a special that was a PBR draft, like a pint 16-ounce glass, and then a whiskey with it, and it was like I forget what it was. I'd have to go back and look. And PBR and a whiskey for like $6, and it wasn't any like high class whiskey or anything, but when you're paid with R, you're like, yeah, this is pretty good, and for like $6 for that beer,
that's hard to beat
and a whiskey, you can't beat that price. I saw it on the menu. I'm like, okay, I'm sold. Can I get one of these?
Yeah.
I came across a picture the other day.
Yeah, we need a Twin Peaks over here. We got to drive to, I think the closest one would be San Angelo. That's about an hour and 20-minute drive.
I think. Yeah, we don't have any of them on the New Jersey. I don't even think on the East Coast. I don't think they have any over here. I know Hooters is trying to make a comeback. If you've seen.
God, I can't do Hooters
recently. No.
I don't know. We got a Hooters here, and it's just I've eaten at a few good Hooters. The one here is not the best. I'm not gonna lie, but their wings, like they're known for their wings, and every time I order wings, they're dry. It's just not.
Yeah, I think sometimes they overdo it.
Yeah, they overcook them
with the overcooking and overbreading, and they're a little bit too crispy at times. But yeah, it was always like, oh yeah, Hooters, and there were a couple, maybe like 20 years ago we would go to, and you'd go there for watch football, whatever. And
football,
then you get
boxing.
You get a pitcher of beer, whatever. You get some wings, and check out the surroundings in there, the sights.
Yeah, get a good view of the environment.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I know recently, over the past few years, they were kind of tanking Hooters, and then I think they said recently that they're now, I guess, restructuring the business.
Huh.
I guess to
Okay.
kind of bring it back to its roots, whatever that means.
I guess we'll
So,
find out. I mean,
we'll
ours never
see.
really closed. I guess it's been there. It's just I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I mean, I
just
think
never
it's one
really
of those
go.
things where they've closed down a bunch of locations in different
Yeah.
areas, probably the ones that weren't doing so well. But it's not like the company went under or anything. They closed everything. They've always been out there still, but they claim they're making a comeback. So we'll
Hey,
see.
there you go.
Maybe
Maybe they'll improve.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe 2026 will be the year for Hooters.
Oh
So,
yeah.
so we'll see. And
Hopefully.
if we can get that Twin Peaks to expand, maybe get over
Oh.
here, then we'll have to give it a shot and try
It's
that out.
good. I love Twin Peaks,
Too.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twin
Yeah.
Peaks is good. They do have cold beer. I'm telling you, they have cold beer, and they keep it. What I like about it is they keep like right above the bar where the drafts are. They keep a little digital thermometer that tells you the temperature of the beer, and it fluctuates a little bit here and there, but it stays pretty cold.
Yeah, you can't beat that. You can't beat that
No.
nice cold draft beer. That first one you
Mhm.
get when you walk in, you sit down at the bar. It's okay. Okay, what are you having? You look going through. You scan. Okay, the thing there. Even if it is something basic like a Coors Light or a Miller Light or something like that.
Yep.
Like, okay, I'll take that. But that first sip, it's always like the euphoria you get.
It's the
First sip
best.
of
Yeah.
cold draft beer, and then once you start eating, and then then the beers start flowing more. Like, hey, you want another round? Yeah,
Yeah, I want
we'll
10
more.
more.
Yeah, keep them coming here. Yeah, and if you get there, especially on if you get out there on dollar beer night,
Oh
then,
yeah.
man, we're here for the long haul now.
Yep. I remember at Applebee's, we used to go and we'd order because they'd have half price appetizers too from
Yeah,
I think it was like from 7 to close, and so we'd show up at like 7:38, and we'd go there and get a couple appetizers and just get trashed.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
of course,
That was great. Yeah, half price appetizers, discounted beers. You can't go wrong.
that's hard to beat.
with
That's a
that, and
man's dream right there.
Yeah, you're sitting there watching TV, just watching whatever games are on out there. Like, I'm good. I can just sit here. Like, I mean, back in the day, we would go to, these like the bars. If it was either Applebee's or TGI Fridays or something, and you just plop down there on a Sunday at like 1:00, and then you'd see there until like
Till they close.
7:00. Once it depends on how late you want to stay.
Oh, yeah.
Usually until after like the 4:00 games,
Yeah.
the late window games would stop. Like, all right, it's Sunday. All right, I guess I should go home now. I kind of have to be productive to go to work the next day. But if you really were pushing it, yeah, you want to stay for the late game, then you're going there, all day. Just that was some of those bar tabs after you're like, oh shit.
Oh man, yeah. When you get that bar tab and it's like $120 or something like that, you're like, can I wash some dishes?
Yeah, I know. Even with whatever drink specials they have
Yeah.
for football Sunday drink specials, it's like it's cheaper, but there's no dollar beers on football Sunday.
No, they're not.
Yeah, it's like
I think now they're like $4.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's like the special now. It's like, oh, happy hour special. Okay, $4 Yingling. Like, oh, okay.
And in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, that's a good deal. But then you go to the store and you go and buy a 12-pack of it, and you're like, okay, I see what y'all are doing.
Well, that's everything. You can go to this like a draft beer, okay, like $5. You're like, but I could get a whole 6-pack of these for like $7-8, and that's fine for one beer and ripped off over here.
Oh yeah, they
mean,
make their money off of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I did have a little bit of a. I don't want to feel like I got railed, but yesterday when I went out to pick up some PBR for today, I stopped at a different store, and I mean I'd been there before, and the only saving grace about the store, the convenience store that I stopped at, is that they have a wide variety of stuff. Like in the cooler, there's a bunch. They have all these different tall boys. They have, if you like craft beer tall boys, they have all this stuff. They have a wide selection of beer, but what they don't do is they don't put the prices on
Oh, I hate
the
that.
beer in the cooler. So it's all in there. There's no little tags on the shelf in front of it. There's no stickers on the boxes or on the cans. So you don't know how much anything is as you're looking. And usually look around, and okay, I see the 6-pack of the 16 ounce PBR. So I'm like, all right, let me get these. I'm going to get these for today. And then I was going through the cooler, and they do have a nice selection of Four Loko on the top shelf, and
That's always nice.
a Four Loko Jungle Juice, which I haven't seen too many. So I'm like, you know what? Let me pick up a Four Loko Jungle Juice as well. So I take it up to the register. The guy rings it up. It was $15.60 for a 6-pack of 16-ounce PBRs and one can of Four Loko. I was like, what?
That doesn't make sense. No,
I was thinking, I'm thinking like $10, maybe $11. Usually, the 6-pack is like $6 and change.
I think that's what mine was at Walmart.
About that, and the Four Lokos usually like between $3.50, $4, depending on the store. So I'm thinking like around $10 it would be. But he rings it up, and it was $15.60.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm like, well, and I should have paid attention, because there did have a little screen on the front where it had the price for both things, which show up on it, like $15.09 if you paid cash, and $15.60 if you paid with a card. And I did not have enough. I didn't pay attention to what the prices were for each thing, but I'm like, what was it? Was it like a $9 6-pack and a
like
$5 can of Four Loko? I'm like, wow. I mean, I bought some stuff there before, and it's not a place that I stop at on a regular basis, but I was like thinking, I'm like, well, maybe there's something different. I haven't been there in a while. Maybe I could find something new. And what I've talked with Roadhouse before, we've said, you go into the stores and you're looking around. I know you went to a bunch of places when you were trying to find the Sam Adams, the fall variety pack. And you go into the stores and you look around, and sometimes you kind of feel bad that you're going into the store and you don't want to leave without buying anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And most of the time I'll go in and I'll get something, even if it is just like a tall boy of something, just to get something, and just, okay, I'll support you, buddy. If it's one of the local, smaller shops, and you go in through, like, I was like, I know I could go someplace else and get the same stuff, but see, I didn't know what the price was too. If I had seen a price tag on these things saying like $9 for a 6-pack of PBR, I'm like, you know what? I'll go down the road.
I'll go somewhere else. Yeah.
I'll go those for and get the same amount of stuff. So
it sounds like he might have. I don't know. Do you think maybe he accidentally scanned the Four Loko twice? That would have made more sense.
That would have made more sense. I mean, he wasn't paying attention. Really,
Yeah.
He was talking to somebody else at the time. Now, I looked at the screen and I could have sworn I thought it only had 2 things on it. So maybe he did, and I just wasn't paying attention. But yeah, that $15, I was like,
that's insane.
I was like, wait, what? Like I'm not gonna argue it. I'm not gonna not get it at the time. Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, take my money.
Take my money and go on my way. Whatever. But
sometimes you got to just bite the bullet. Yeah.
All right, we already went this far. I already stopped. I got out of my car. I had to go inside. I'm already here. Let's just do it, man. Just get it over with.
Yeah, just get it over with. That's right, man.
Yeah, but it got us our PBR here today.
Exactly.
Because, as we said, we hit the holiday season now, And with the holiday season, that means, cooler weather, at least for us here on the East Coast, where, I mean, we're at 38 degrees right now. I mean, what's the temperature now over by you guys? I mean, is it
You're gonna laugh. It's 64 degrees right
64?
now.
All right, I
It
was
was in
gonna
the
say.
80s today.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. We've hit a cold wave over here. I know. Well, even Roadhouse, I think he got a little bit of snow over the.
I think he sent. Yeah, he sent me a picture.
Weekend him, but now that we've hit the cooler months now, fall, Thanksgiving's around the corner, Christmas. We started it about a month or so ago when we dove into some of the warmer treats by diving into the Pabst chili about a month ago. We did our review on that. If you haven't checked that out, check it out in the archives. But there was also a companion to the PBR chili, and that was the Pabst, the beer cheese with potatoes and chorizo. Right.
Yep.
Here. We're talking about it and teasing us, saying this may down the line for a companion piece review. And guess what? The can has been cracked open.
It's not as clean as yours,
see,
but
you can see the residue in Kevin's can
of it.
over there. So
it looks like nacho cheese, kind of.
It does. It does. I'm interested to see what this does taste like, and we can once we dive into that, and it's soup season now. People, cooler months. People like to dive into their soup. So will Pabst beer cheese soup be a winner? So I don't think we should waste any more time. We got this soup waiting here. We don't want it to get too cold.
Oh no, yeah, I got my bowl right here. Yeah,
so you got that. I got it in my mug here. I got my mug of soup.
I forgot about the mug. I should have probably put it in one, but
yeah. See, so I mean, it fills. I mean, this is the whole can of the soup here.
Mug.
It fills the whole mug there. So let's stir this around. Get the heat.
Yeah, get it all stirred up
here.
and everything.
Yeah. So we were sitting on this and waiting for the right time to try it out, and sadly Roadhouse isn't joining us for this one here, but from what I think he said was that he did die the day when fan rolling around in the front seat of his car, and he cracked it open, at room temperature, eating it out of the can. So
eat it out of the can.
So he so that's there, but as we did with the chili, this is just out of the can. Nothing added to it. This is just right. You open the can, pour it in. I mean, I once again, I did put it on the stove to heat it up, let it go through that way, let it sit for a little bit, and did you do the microwave again? Just
microwave.
zapping it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did it in the microwave,
right,
man.
So.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dive in here.
They
have the beer cheese with potatoes and chorizo. I mean, look at this here. Look at that stuff. Get some of that good stuff there. All right. Let's dive in. Cheers.
Cheers.
Right, so I hope you guys out there like eating and chewing.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
I know the ASMR right here of the chewing. That's good.
The spoon cracking against the
bowl or the mug. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is good. I like. It's got like
that is pretty good.
You can tell there's like the beer cheese flavor. It's like a sweet taste almost.
Yeah, it has an interesting smell to it. Like when I was heating it up, and you could kind of taste like the, it's got the chorizo, so it's got a little bit to it, with the peppers.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of bite to it.
Yeah, similar. Not too much, just that little bit. Like the same thing I said with the PBR chili. It had a little bit of a little kick to it. Nothing crazy, nothing overpowering, but
I think this one might have a little bit more of a kick, but it's a good kick. It's good. Let me try that with some of the PBR.
Yeah. Wash it down.
That's where that sweetness, that kind of sweetness to the. Yeah, I can taste it. You definitely taste the PBR in it.
Yeah, so I know I was trying to stay away from the reviews or what people were saying about this. But I know a lot of people were saying that they were. I don't want to point it. It's like, how can your expectations be for a canned Campbell's chunky PBR beer cheese soup? But I think it's good. I mean,
yeah, I think it's actually not bad. For a chunky soup. I used to eat it all the time whenever I was a kid, and now that they're coming out with all these crazy flavors and stuff, I'm kind of glad that they're teaming up with beers.
Yeah, something different.
Oh man, yep. I think it's good. Yeah.
Right, and beer cheese has always been a big thing.
I love beer cheese.
Recently, it's good thing too. You go out to or a restaurant, they usually have like some sort of like a beer cheese, usually like beer cheese and pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
You have like the soft pretzels you dip in the beer cheese, or something beer cheese related.
You can definitely taste the PBR in it now that I'm going back and forth between drinking it. Yep. It's got that same. I think PBR has like a kind of like Keystone. It's got that sweet taste to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's what you taste in the soup.
Yeah.
Really not bad. I don't know, which one do you think you like better? You think you like the chili better or this one?
I think I would pick the chili over it. I go with the chili, just that it's got that more. I want to say like thicker, like clear taste to it with the chili. I mean, that's thicker. I mean, this is more like it's definitely soup. I mean, it's very, it's not as thick as the chili.
It's more liquidy. It's
more liquidy, but I mean, it's still good.
Oh yeah, it's good. I think you're right though.
Yeah, I'd go with the chili that I pick over this one. But the price again, this was, I think, the same price. But
I think mine was on
$2.68
sale at Walmart. It was like $1 something. It was on sale.
Oh wow! I mean, if you can get it for that, that's even better. I wouldn't be surprised now that now I think they've started to push it out, more. I mean, a month ago when we were doing the chili, it was hiding out. Said you only get 3 cans instead of 4, but then he went back. They had a whole like end case full of them there. I know you went and you sent the pictures about the whole lineup.
Oh,
they were all over there.
Oh, yeah.
I know when I went back a few weeks ago, they now had the chili front and center on the shelf there next to the other ones.
They listened to you, man.
They heard us. They heard us here, man.
They heard us.
They heard. They want the PBR chili. Put it out. Come on. Go to your local Walmart. Walmart exclusive, as we said, for the
I haven't
chili.
found anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if they'll expand it to more varieties of this, more PBR.
Maybe do like a
soup.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe do like a chicken and dumplings type, because Chunky has a chicken and dumplings.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of good, or something like that, or like a tortilla soup or something.
Yeah.
I just wish that, honestly, I kind of wish the cheese was thicker.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too. That it is more just like a standard soup in the liquid with it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit thicker cheese. Like I said, usually if you go out to the bar, you get that beer cheese to dip, your pretzels in it. It's thick,
like a thick nacho cheese.
thicker consistency. with it there, as if you're putting on like your nachos or something. But for going for an actual soup, it is the right, consistency for it there. I mean, you get that right there. I mean, it's
it's
very
soupy.
yeah,
Very
it's
soupy.
definitely. Well, it's funny because this was the first one when I went searching for the chili, and I looked on one site and it was like, oh, aisle A10 for the chili, and I went down the aisle quick, and that was the chili aisle, and at the time they had the PBR chili was in the back behind some of the other ones, so I didn't see it on my first walkthrough. So I went down the aisle, went right past it. So then I turned down the soup aisle, and going down there was the whole lineup of the Campbell's chunky soups, and right in the front there was the beer cheese soup. So I said, okay, well let me grab one of these at the time, and then I went for my second loop around, and I said, well, let me just actually look a little bit harder this time and kind of peek in. And there was, okay, hiding behind the one row of cans was, okay, oh, there's the PBR chili there. So
I'm glad you found that one, because that one was worth it. I mean, this one's worth it too, but the chili I think I was more excited about.
Yeah.
Although I was more curious with this one because it's beer cheese with potatoes and chorizo, and I've never had a potato cheese soup with chorizo. I've had potato soup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which we had we actually made potato soup a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
but
a good homemade potato soup's always you
hard to
can't
beat.
go wrong. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, this wouldn't be something if it wasn't Pabst branded. If you saw something, if it was just cheese with potatoes and chorizo, you'd probably kind of go right.
Yeah,
past it.
I would have passed right by it.
Yeah.
But because it's PBR and we got PBR beer, we gotta,
yeah. You throw that branding on it, you're like, oh shit, I gotta try it now.
Yep. It's like when Busch comes out with their Busch apple and everything like that. Like I drink Busch here and there and stuff like that, especially if I go to like NASCAR or something, because that's just a NASCAR beer. But when they come out with those different flavors, gotta try them.
I know. You're like, okay, will it be great? Well, not. I mean, Busch apple was good.
It was pretty decent.
And what was the recent? Which one did they do this year? Which one?
Was
that? I forget what. I know I didn't try it.
It wasn't a cinnamon apple. That was another alcohol that I saw. Shoot, my mind just went blank because we talked about it before.
Yeah, I think we did bring it up a few weeks.
Yeah. Not Busch Peach. Yeah, because that's spring.
Well, was it the peach earlier that
was it peach that we talked about, or I don't remember.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, there was the Busch Light peach. Let's see.
I'm surprised Busch hasn't came out with like a pumpkin with all the flavors, like the.
I was gonna say, yeah, there was, Busch Light peach, limited time. There we go.
There it goes.
Yeah, it might have been that. I think that was the one for this year, and I saw it and I was like, God. I was like, I don't know. I mean, the Busch Light apple when I had that a few years ago when that first came out, I was like, oh yeah, that's a pretty solid beer. Then they took it away. It was like the right amount of apple. Then all these flavored beers,
sometimes
it's
too
tough
much.
when it gets it gets to that point where it's like, okay, how much is too much with it there? When it's like apple, then it's not so much that it's a Busch Light anymore. Then it's like
it's like a seltzer almost.
Like a Red's Whole or one of those type drinks. And it's like it's not really a beer anymore. You just want like that little hint of it.
Exactly.
You don't need to go full force with the apple.
That's the one thing about pumpkin beers. I don't know, we talked about it before. I think the pumpkin is good. It's got the right amount of pumpkin and everything like that. But some of the other pumpkin beers that I try is just too much. It's overpowering. It's like eating a piece of pumpkin pie. You know, might as well just grab a pie
Well, that was
rather
like
than drink beer.
I was gonna say that was like the Jacko beer
Was that too much?
you know,
Yeah.
very very strong with the not just the pumpkin. It was like the cinnamon and the nutmeg was so much
Yeah,
overpowering.
that's what you're saying is the nutmeg was a little bit too much.
Yeah, it really overpowered everything with it, and I went through and I had the pack, and I still haven't dove into the rest of these, you know, Jacko ones that I had, and when Roadhouse and I were talking last week, I said I was going through them that I had left over, and like the Harvest Hells, I had this a second time around, and I was more pleasantly
good.
surprised with this one. That was like the perfect mix between the summer ale and the Oktoberfest. The second time I had this, and I didn't rank. I ranked this as number 3 when we did our rankings. I did the Oktoberfest, the Flannel Fest, and then the Harvest. And I was like, after I had the Harvest the second time, I was like, you know, maybe I should have put that at number 2.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I should have put that at 2. And then the Flannel, I was like, okay, it's good, but I think the Harvest was a little bit lighter. And I was like, I should have done that, but hey, whatever. You know, it's at the time that was the rankings.
The first taste,
yeah, the first
I had
taste,
a first taste ranking. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. You can go back, you can revisit it, but you can't beat that first one.
Yeah, exactly. I like doing first taste rankings, but also you always have to go back to it. You gotta think, hey, you know, like there's sometimes, and I talk to people all the time who are like, man, I just don't know how you drink Four Loko, and I don't know how you do this and that. I'm like, it's an acquired taste.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. But there's sometimes where I've tried a flavor, like the Four Loko Gold. The first time I had it, I was like, I just can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, you know, a couple months passed by, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to try it again, see if maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it that day or
time
something.
around.
And it really wasn't as bad. It's still not my favorite, but I can tolerate it. You know, it's not. Yeah, it's not down there with like the Four Loko Grape, or you know, like what was it, the Four Loko Hemp.
No,
yeah, those were.
That was
the
hemp, man. That was that. Yeah, one time of that when I saw
don't know
that
what they were
Four
thinking.
Loko Hemp, and I mean it was a gimmick. I mean it was just for the, you know, for 420, and they were like, oh, we could do a Four Loko Hemp flavored, and I stumbled across it randomly in one store, and I saw it sitting there, and I was like, you know, I can't not buy it. I have to get it and try it, and then cracked it open and tried. I'm like, this is just like eating dirt. Like just drinking just a mud. Like,
it was like if you got your face shoved in grass and dirt.
Yeah, I have to go back and look. I know I did it on one podcast, you know, years ago when I had somebody on with me, and I was drinking I think I was like, oh, I have the Four Loko Hemp, I'm gonna try it out, and he's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. Then I think it was like, ooh, and that's not very good.
Yeah,
and then it was gone.
It didn't last very long, and honestly, I don't blame them, you know?
Yeah.
I really don't blame them.
You give it a try. I mean, I'm sure if it got great reviews and people were really asking about it, stuck around, but
yeah,
it was like, oh, here, we'll try out this flavor, see what happens. I mean, like the first time I had the Four Loko USA, been the big one that I tried that the first time, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm not a big fan of it. And then Roadhouse kept pushing me. He's like, the USA is great. You got to give it a second shot.
Yep.
So I did the redemption. I tried it out, and I was like, okay. I'm like, all right, this is fine. I can do this. And then it's become, you know, a regular now.
Yeah, I've got to do at least 1 or 2 Four Loko USAs every 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I'm kind of glad that they gave me the Four Loko USA floaty.
Yeah. I didn't put it. after taking down everything for the summer and closing up the pool and everything, I brought in the USA, the float. I have it over there. It's just a little limp right now. It needs to be
Needs to be blown up a little bit.
It needs to be inflated a little bit. So once that does, then I can put it back here. And you got your always had sitting there. We get our lineup of Four Loko USA floats.
Yep.
You're waiting to go in the pool.
See, I've got my flag and then my costume and then my board and stuff like that all at my shop, and it's kind of a cool conversation starter because like people will walk through and start looking through my shop and they're like, "Why do you have so much Four Loko stuff?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm sponsored by Four Loko." And then they start telling me their Four Loko stories, and they're just like, I don't know how people do it anymore. I'm like, you need to give it another try. And I've turned some people onto it. I've turned a lot of people onto the new pre-games, especially since they're here now. They're here in town. I've turned a lot of people. I'll send them to that store and be like, "Hey, go get you some."
Yeah.
That way, that store keeps on selling it because if they're not selling it, they're not going to keep it. So
yeah, and it's still. I mean, I still don't know what the slow rollout that they've had of it. I mean, they still haven't reached over by me. I haven't seen any of the new pre-games over here yet. So I don't know if it is still. I mean, they're still promoting it. I mean, they just sent the box out, so it's still like new. So I don't know how long it's going to take before, and it might be because it's a different type of product from them compared to the cans.
Yeah.
Now you have to compete with that beatbox space in the cooler. Like when you posted that picture of it, and it was right next to the beatbox, and then when Four Loko reposted it, they put the little picture of the Four Loko flag over it to cover the the beatbox on the.
I was like, I should have done that. I'm sorry, guys. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't think about it.
It's like, hey, it was right there. You're not promoting that. It's just it was right next to it there. Yeah. And I peeked over because the place I stopped at, the expensive place, they had in the last door of the cooler was a whole row of beat boxes and a couple other the little mini boxed wine things,
like the vibes or whatever.
Yeah, there's a couple different ones out there. There's like a black one. I forget what it's called. And I was peeking over there. I'm like, is there any? I'm just hoping, maybe there would be a Four Loko pregame sitting on there, but there wasn't. I'm like, oh man, maybe get lucky. It would show up over there. I'm like, oh, okay, no, not today.
I made sure whenever I saw it that first time, I made sure to get as many as I could. So I think I got like 3 apiece.
Yeah, you got to load up. Yeah, when you see it, you're like, when you walk in, you're looking around to do that double take. You're like, wait, shit. What?
I wasn't expecting it.
I think it is in.
I think that was that night that I was looking for Colt 45.
Yeah.
And King Cobra, and I didn't find it. But then I walked over there to the Four Lokos, and I was like, oh, I wonder what they got. And then I looked over and I looked at the beat boxes, and I was like, oh wait, there's Four Loko.
Like, it's one of those where the ones where you go in and you look, and you're not expecting anything different.
Yeah.
And you're looking, and it takes like a minute for it to register that you see it, and you're like looking around. You say, okay, you kind of turn, and then you're like, wait, what? What was that? And then you
did I imagine that?
Oh, yeah. That's when the euphoria comes over. You're like, oh, I gotta get this. Let me take a picture of it first, and then let me get.
Oh yeah, I had to. That's why I'm surprised. Like Four Loko. Yeah, sometimes they take a little bit to answer, but Samuel Adams, guys, get your shit together. That's all I gotta say. I messaged you guys in October, hadn't even read it yet, and now I'm messaging them. I want them to answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, funny they did. Yeah. The one thing they did. I mean, they did respond when I posted a few of the clips from when we did, the Sam Adams, the Oktoberfest, and the variety pack a few weeks ago.
Well, that's good.
They did and leave a comment. They said they did like our burps. They said I think like great burps, guys, or something. I'm like,
That's what they
Roadhouse
care
would be
about. There
proud.
you go.
Yeah, the burps.
Yeah.
Okay, but hey, but stuff. Yeah, as we've been kind of talking about, we did the the Fall Legends variety pack here a few weeks back, and now there is a winter variety pack.
It's called Winter Break.
Yeah, winter break variety pack. So it's got four Sam Adams varieties there, and I saw it. And I'm like, okay, be on the hunt for this one now. I haven't found it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Or they just started promoting.
They're not going to have it here. I did get a 6-pack of the bottles of the new. So there's 2 new flavors in there. One of them is, I think it's the cold brew.
Yeah, there's the cold brew is one of them,
and then the second one is the white winter ale.
Yeah,
and I've got the white winter ale. That's the only one that the distributors in this area said they're going to get. They said that's what we got for the winter. We're only ordering the 6-packs. We're not going to order the 12-packs. And so my area will not have it. And I looked in Dallas, which is 3 hours away. I looked in San Angelo, all over. None of them are going to have it. So
yeah,
I was even
on. Yeah, when we were trying to find the fall one. I even went on to the website and I was putting in your area, putting in the search, and I'm like trying to, is there anywhere in your vicinity that would have this? And it was like, no.
Yep.
It was like,
it's sad. You would think, people in Texas love to drink beer. We love drinking beer. It's a hobby, just like everywhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. Why the hell can we not get good beer? That's what I've been noticing that ever since I started doing the podcast with you guys. I've started noticing how shitty of a selection of cheap booze and malt liquors that we have here. It's and even the good ones like Samuel Adams, and the only the good selection that we do have is the Shiner. They do have the Shiner variety pack. It's the winter variety pack. But Shiner's right down it's about 3 hours away from us. It's I think it's in Shiner, Texas. It's a few hours away from us. So they produce it there.
I was gonna say, because didn't you pick up the Shiner, the Christmas one? Did you pick up that one?
The Shiner, what is it called? Holiday Cheer.
Yeah.
So I picked up that one and then the white winter ale. And then I also actually because we were all about let me grab it real quick. It's right in front of me. It's have I told you about Fredericksburg? It's a German town here in Texas, and they've got like the Fredericksburg Brewery and stuff.
Yeah,
well, check this out. You're gonna like this, man. I don't personally like the taste of a beer. It's too much of an IPA. It's supposed to be an ale and a blonde ale at that, but the beer is called Dumbass.
Dumbass.
Yeah, because it's the brewery. It's a winery, honestly, but I guess they're a brewery now too. It's called the Fat Ass Brewery, and it's I
was wondering because I saw the fat
the donkey
on the donkey. And I'm like, okay, fat. Well, I'm like, it was like dumbass fat. I'm like, wait, what? Okay, fat ass. See, now that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's in Fredericksburg, Texas, and that's honestly one of my favorite breweries that I've ever been to. But they're not bad. This one though, for a blonde ale, you would think a blonde ale would taste,
it should be light. Lighter. Yeah,
it's too hoppy. We tried it the other night, and it's just it tastes too much like an IPA.
Yeah, that's always the biggest letdown.
Yeah,
I mean, I am not I'm not an IPA fan. For like 90% of them.
Yeah. There's only a few, maybe a couple West Coast IPAs I like. And and I'm a beer lover. I love beer.
Yeah.
But IPAs are just not. It's like when you're a kid and you're forced to eat spinach, or broccoli or whatever the kids don't like. And that's one of those beers where I got to force it down,
Yeah. Like I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to let it go to waste.
Oh, no.
And then especially if it's like if it's one of those higher ABV ones, you're like, all right, well, at least if I drink it, I'll get a good buzz off of it.
It's not. It's only a 5.5% ABV. Okay. That's not bad. Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it might taste like an IPA, but you're not getting the buzz
ABV of it. Yeah.
An IPA. When it's like I had friends that were big IPA fans like 10 years ago when like all these craft beers started to become like a big thing. And they would always be like, "Oh yeah, try this beer or this IPA." And I had one friend that would always get like the 12, 13%, the Stone IPAs, the Arrogant Bastard, those things, and get like the like the big bottles of them. And he drink these things, and I take like a sip and be like, "Oh man, this is I cannot drink this." I mean, yeah, it's like a 13% beer, but
Yeah.
I mean the taste is like nothing. But and he drank like these big things, and we'd be doing like these like afternoon barbecues at the time, and then by like 5 o'clock, he's like passed out on the couch.
Drunk as can
Yeah,
be. Yeah.
just
I
like
can't do that.
sleeping on the couch, man. I'm like, you know what? I'm good with this here. Just give me
I'm good with
this.
beer.
Yeah, I'll be good with this all day. I'll start at noon, whatever. Just cracking open these things, and you're going all night. You'll still be up there. Midnight.
Yeah.
You're still going.
That's what people always wonder, like, how are you the last one standing, man? Because of this.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking those heavy,
Yeah.
the heavy.
Now you throw in, you throw in a few Four Locos, then okay, that's the
then
story.
Usually, if I'm drinking a Four Loko, I'll start the night with a Four Loko. If I plan on it, I start the night with a Four Loko because it's what is that saying?
Yeah.
It's liquor or beer before liquor couldn't get sicker, and then beer before
you start with the liquor. Yeah,
or liquor before beer steers you in the clear.
You're in the clear. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't count Four Loko as a liquor, but it's a higher volume malt.
No,
I'm
with you there. I always try to use that as like the starter.
Yeah.
Is the Four Loko to get you that, as you always say, like that good baseline. It'll get you that. If you have one of them, get you that good buzz, get you going, and then from there you can move on to whatever beer you're drinking. It's when you go back to the Four Loko after. That's when things could get icy. I've had quite a few experiences of just going Four Loko after Four Loko, and seeing what kind of trouble you can get into with that.
It's a rough night. I mean that 4th of July that I did the 3 Four Locos in one evening, it was I don't remember it. Yeah, and honestly, I want to try one day to get past 3, but that's hard. I mean, I think we talked about it before. I think if you started like earlier in the day, but I started in the evening.
It has to be an all day thing, and I think I talked to some before. I think it was the Great Brown Hope. I think when I was on his podcast, on his show like a month or two ago, and we were drinking a Four Loko, and we were talking about the Four Loko, and he's like, I think he said he did 4, and it might have been 5, over the course of a whole day, starting at like 11 or noon, like somewhere around then. And I'm like, because he said that at first, and I'm like, oh shit, like you survived? Like you survived that?
Yeah, like
and
how'd you?
It's like all right, well, if you're going through a whole day and it's like over a period, I can see that. But yeah, not starting in the evening like 6 o'clock, like you're like done with dinner, and then you're doing whatever. There's no way at that point that you're gonna get through all of that. But if you're starting out the whole day and pacing yourself with it for a couple hours, for like maybe like an hour or so for each one, and just kind of pacing it out and taking a break in between, I can see that as a full day thing. But yeah, not.
I might try that. I'm gonna try that one day. Maybe like Christmas or.
Yeah, that's what you have to do over
because I'll be in Kentucky, but maybe, I don't know. One of these days.
I know you got to find a special occasion one day when it's okay. You have a whole day that you're not going anywhere, you're not doing anything, but you're busy though. If people are around, or you're doing whatever, you're hanging out, and other people are drinking and doing whatever, that's the time when you want to do it.
Yep, exactly. You got to read the room.
Right, and you have to pick the right flavor to do it.
Yes,
as well.
Yeah. That's what I'm struggling with.
There's some flavors that go down smoother than others, so that's why
Yeah.
you have to pick the right ones.
Yeah, I got to figure out my, because you know how I usually do the videos. I'm trying to figure out what flavor I want to do this year for. It's gonna be a tough one. I think I might do the camo, but I don't know if I'm. I don't know. I guess I'll have to.
Yeah.
Might have to flip a coin. Because the camo, I think the camo sounds kind of good on Thanksgiving Day, but I don't know. I wish Four Loko would come out with like a Thanksgiving hat, like or even like a turkey hat or something, you know?
Yeah,
That'd be kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
they had their I know they have their pumpkin hat on with the little like the Jacko
Yeah.
hat, but no other holiday hats. So I'm waiting for the
I know.
Four Loko beanies to come back. I don't know if I've been Four Loko shop recently, but
I think
also,
they might have a couple beanies. I believe.
I was going to say, now if they would have fixed their loyalty portal and
Still nothing.
could use some of these points that I was accumulating here, because it was like, okay, certain points I could get a free hat or a beanie or something, but I guess it's still a work in progress. Even when they finally got back to you, I mean, at this point, like a month ago,
Yeah,
we talked about this, and they said, "Oh yeah, we're working on it," and a month later, they're still working
still
on it.
nothing. They must be doing
anything.
something. I mean, I'm hoping that it's a big update, because
hopefully for the better, and hopefully whatever points were accumulated will carry over to the next thing. Because it was like, I mean, hey, want to get that mini bike, that Four Loko mini bike?
I want that mini bike.
Bike. Yeah,
I'll take it cross country.
I think we said we would take that. We said we're gonna do the road trip. You'd get the mini bikes and a Winnebago, and drive along the country. I mean, Four Loko loves their their festivals and their EDC or whatever the hell they were doing.
Yeah, I saw that. They
weekend.
did like a big, and they had like a Four Loko store set up and everything like that.
Yeah, that's everything they posted recently has been all related to this. And I'm like, well, what about us? What about the guys who want to take a Winnebago cross country with a Four Loko mini bike? I mean, hey, I think that would work out too, guys. So
I think it would. I think it'd be fun.
Hey, we're easy to find over here. You want to hook us up? We'll get that content out there for you. That
trust me,
people want to see.
Go viral.
Yeah, I was gonna say just some regular guys out there
going cross country on a mini bike.
on Four Loko mini bikes out there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, just saying. Keep it in the back. Keep it in the back of your mind out there, Four Loko. Just hit up those DMs. We'll be ready.
I'll be waiting. Yeah, I'll be waiting, just like I'm waiting on an answer from Samuel Adams.
Yeah, well, hopefully they do, because we have it on our list to do.
I'm telling you,
to break variety pack of Sam Adams sometime over the winter months out there. We still got some time to make that happen out there. We have Hamsgiving around the corner, Christmas.
I even messaged Hams. I messaged him before we got on today. So maybe I don't think Hams has as big of a following as Samuel Adams, but. So maybe because they don't have as big of a following, they'll see the message. I think that might be part of the reason.
Yeah, they have. I've gone back and forth with them a few times in the past. They've shared some of my stuff that I've posted over the years, and I think they follow me on Instagram because they had shared some of my posts and reposted them and everything. So if you don't hear anything, let me know. I'll see if I can get in there and put in a good word.
Ruffle the feathers.
Yeah, get in there for that stuff there. But we got some other things coming up on the pipeline over the next few months. We were talking a little bit about the Christmas beers. We might see some of those popping up. I got one in the fridge that my friend of mine got me back in my bird package over the summer. The Santa I Know Him beer, so I'll be cracking open that one soon. So maybe we'll do that with maybe the Shiner one or whatever ones
Yeah,
you get
I
there.
saw a gingerbread one.
Yeah, so I think
the other day.
we'll do some festive holiday beers, some Christmas beers come December out there. But hey, anything else you guys want to see us cover, just let us
You
know.
let us know. We'll do
Leave a
it.
comment out there. You want challenges, you want Fruit Loops,
Fruit Loops
whatever.
PBR, I don't know.
Fruit Loops in PBR. I mean, and so I think I'd say. I mean, what are your final thoughts on the Pabst, the beer cheese with
Dude,
potatoes?
I like it. It was good. Will I go get it? Go out of my way and get it again? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe if I want like like sometimes like a quick lunch or something like that for work, maybe. Also, I don't know if he agrees with it, but he jumped up here in my lap.
Yeah.
But I like it. You definitely can taste the PBR in it, but just like you said, I think I would prefer the chili over this potato soup.
Yeah. I think I don't think I would go out of my way to get this one again.
Yeah,
The chili for sure. That, I mean, I could see if I was going to pick up a canned chili on the shelf, it was between a Hormel chili and a Campbell's chunky PBR chili. I'd go with the PBR chili.
I would too. Yeah,
No question. I think, and that was even just having this just straight up, out of the can. But I think even if you did this with some like a nachos type thing,
nachos, or I wonder how it
putting
tastes on a hot
cheese
dog.
and that, chili dog type thing
Yeah.
with some extra, putting some cheese on it. I think you can do a lot more with the PBR chili. I think the beer cheese, like I said, if it was a thicker consistency, like that you could use it as like a dip.
Yeah, maybe
I
like a
think
dip
that
or
would
something
be.
like that.
But
yeah.
then, with potatoes in it, that
That'd
would
be
kind of
weird.
be a little weird. If you did the
Yeah.
beer cheese with the chorizo and no
That'd be good.
potatoes and thicken it up a little bit, that would be a good beer cheese you could get similar to any restaurant we were talking or at home, dipping your tortilla chips in it, something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly, or a pretzel or whatever. Yep.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, I'm happy we got to try these out. Give them a shot. The only two on the market now. This is William PBR branded Campbell's products hitting the shelves. Hopefully.
Maybe.
I'd like to see it. I mean, and if they do, we'll give them a shot over here.
We
But
definitely will.
I think,
I'm always down to drink a PBR. That's one of those
Yeah.
beers I could always enjoy. It's not a beer I'm gonna avoid. I honestly, and it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's not too now $15 for
right.
for your 6-pack. And
Right.
we got to figure that out.
Nine times out of 10, it is a cheap
Yeah.
beer, depending on the place you go to purchase it. And for these ones here, I picked the wrong spot. Now I know not to go back to.
Yeah.
There, pick them. I'll stick to where I know that it's only like $5.49 or $6 for a 6-pack. That's where you should be for
the PBRs.
this,
Yeah,
but-
that's exactly what you. I got mine at Walmart. You might try Walmart.
Okay, yeah, I know you live and you learn. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing. You go out there, sometimes you get nipped in the butt, and other times you make out like a bandit. So
That's right.
that's what we do here. We try to get you the best of the worst and the best bang for the buck here. Sometimes you make out you got leftover change. Other days you're like, son of a bitch, man. I just spent $15 on a 6-pack of PBR and a 4 Loko. Now I hate myself, and now I really have to go spend $2.68 for a can of PBR beer cheese soup to have for dinner tonight because I have no money left. So
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
So there you have
At least
it.
you got a cheap dinner.
Yeah, eating on a budget, drinking on a budget. That's what we do here. So Kevin, anything else you wanna say before we sign off here?
Roadhouse, I hope you get to feeling better soon, man. We missed you. And again, it's always a pleasure being on the podcast. I enjoy it. It's always a good time. And
That was a good
just
time.
click that subscribe button, guys. Keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going there. Keep spreading the good word about the best of the cheap booze here. Cheap booze, cheap food. We try to cover it here each and every week on the podcast. So tell your friends to subscribe to the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel. That's Kevin the Tattoo Dude. I am Bumwine Bob. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers, motherfucker. That's for you, Roadhouse.